when you're looking for news on TV today, it seems the choice of channels may be endless, but the choice of perspectives may not be. Well, today there's a growing demand among viewers for a greater diversity of perspectives in TV news. Joining me live from Santa Fe in New Mexico is one of the leaders of that movement, Adam Kokesh. Adam is an Iraq veteran and has recently announced he's running for Congress in the 3rd District of New Mexico. Adam, we've got CBS, NBC, BBC, CNN, and Fox. That's just not enough for you?
Lots of channels, very few perspectives. I think you put it very well.
Well, what do you think is missing then from the news?
Well, real honest people that represent the grassroots base here in the United States, you know, and now I'm running for Congress as a Republican, but what I found from traveling just around the district here is that both parties are so grossly misrepresented by their national leadership that we have more in common with each other than anyone in Washington. And when you can speak to that with a campaign, you can really bring people together around a message. And you don't see that kind of perspective represented in the mainstream media because it's been so corporatized here in the United States and been taken over by agents of the government that really just want to continue the government and the corporate line, continue the line of the financial interests in this country, the super rich, the super powerful, and not really represent the American people. And so this is, I think, one of the reasons why you see people turning away from the mainstream media and looking for sources of news like Russia Today that offer voices like mine and other people that really want to challenge the establishment and represent the people a place to be heard. And so I'm very appreciative of that.
Talk to me a little bit about some of our viewers who may not know you. You were an Iraq veteran. Talk to me about your role in the media and also why you're running for Congress.
Well, a big part of my role in speaking out as a veteran has been representing that junior military veterans perspective and for the troops on the ground that really aren't heard. And, you know, when I was in Iraq, we were specifically coached, probably largely because I was working in civil affairs, but we were coached on how to talk to the media. And it really kind of boiled down to, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And really, that's what the government wants everybody in America to do. You know, they want you to think that when all the sheeple have their heads down and you want to stick your head up and scream about something because you realize that this country is really headed in the wrong direction in so many dangerous ways, they want you to say, no, just listen to the pundits, you know, listen to the government line, be very afraid, but give us more power so that we can keep getting more power in the hands of the federal government and controlling your lives. And so being able to bring that perspective as someone who is a boots-on-the-ground sergeant in Iraq and having the opportunity to do that through mass media and represent that perspective to the American people has been an incredible opportunity, and I think an honor and responsibility that I've taken on as a veteran.
Adam, we know that you're very familiar with Congressman Ron Paul. We want to play something for you, a small snippet of an interview that we did with him, and get your reaction. So if you would listen real quick.
Absolutely.
My best advice is look to the free society. It can solve our problems. Besides, we own our own lives. Government should not own our life and tell us what to do with everything that we own.
What's your reaction to that?
It's beautiful, and it really gets to the heart of this movement, the freedom movement, the revolution that's happening in America, a revolution of hearts and minds, and a revolution towards freedom, away from authority, away from government, and towards individual liberty. And in the sense that John Adams knew that the first American Revolution wasn't the war, as he said it, it was a change in the hearts and minds and religious sentiments of the colonists before the war began. In the same sense, we are going through a similar revolution in America today, but this one is a revolution against what I think Obama would like to call the divine right of government. And what Ron Paul was getting at, I think that's so powerful, is that if you believe in this and you turn to the free society, it really is a matter of faith. You know, from a faith in God or whatever you believe in. But ultimately, to believe in a free society and really respect the rights of individuals, you have to have faith in humanity. You have to have faith in the goodness of the human soul and the goodness of freedom, and that people acting without aggressive force or fraud or coercion in society will ultimately be more peaceful, freer, and prosperous. And that's something that a lot of Americans are waking up to today.
Adam, I know you're running for Congress. You are all over the Internet. Have you, or if you have, when was the last time that you were spoken to by a major news outlet?
Well, you know, we get spoken to and not really included in the dialogue by the major media. That's why they call it TV programming. It's propaganda intended to program the American people into believing a certain government line. But it's amazing that we've gotten so much coverage, like you said, all over the internet for this race. We've gotten incredible support from bloggers and independent media outlets, but very, very little from mainstream media.
All right, Adam Kokesh joining us from New Mexico. And Adam does raise a lot of good points about an urgent need for a new media. Here